Hey everyone, Richard here, also known as BattleBots Boy, or BBB for short, and I'm here to give you a status update on what's going to be coming up for my channel in the future. First things first, as some of you may already know, after Robogames 2013 ended, David Calkins posted on the Delphi forums that there's going to be no more Robogames or Combots. And I think this is really tragic news because Robogames and Combots have always been such a fun event to go to, and it's so sad to see it all go away. But I'm pretty sure there will be another competition coming up to fill in for Robogames and Combots because basically Robogames just filled in for BattleBots after BattleBots ended, so I'm expecting another competition to come. So in the meantime, that's the bad news. The good news is there will be another competition for me and Wedge E. Dave Wiley sent out an email saying that he'll be hosting the 2014 Maker Faire Bot Gauntlet in May. And Wedge E and I will be competing, and I will be recording fights from the event. So I bet you're looking forward to that, and I am as well. And for now, while I'm taking a break from entering my robot in these competitions and getting our butts kicked, I have been coming up with another hobby. Some of you may not know this, but when I was a kid, I've always enjoyed watching Animaniacs and Tiny Toon Adventures, and I've always loved watching those shows when I was a kid. And earlier this year, I found out that Tiny Toons was back on TV, and I went ahead and watched a couple of episodes, and I found out that Animaniacs was on TV as well. And I watched my first episodes of Animaniac and Tiny Toon in over a decade, I guess. And I still watch those shows because I like them so much. It make me feel young again. And also, after watching Tiny Toons, I did come up with the idea of writing my own fan fictions and posting them online. I found this website where people post fan fictions of shows or movies or video games that they like, and they share them to the public. And I did read a few Tiny Toons fanfics, and I figured I'd write some of my own as well. And I have finished 2 fanfics, and I'm working on a 3rd one right now. And I will be posting them online. And I've already made a channel. My username is CartoonsFan93 because I'm a fan of 90s cartoons, and I was born in 1993. And I'll put a link to my channel in the video description. And I will publish the first chapter of my first story this Saturday, the 30th. So that's that, and right now, I figured I'd like to do a little show and tell with you. I have a whole bunch of souvenirs that I've collected over the years of attending Robogames and Combots. And every Robogames and Combots event I've attended, I would always leave the event with a souvenir. And I have a lot of them right here, and I figured I'd share them all with you. Starting with this red tire. I'm pretty sure you'll recognize this. This is a tire from Sewer Snake after one of his fights from Last Rites. And here's some pieces of metal that he lost during the fight. Next, a couple more red tires. These are from Team Plum Crazy's middleweight Pipe Wench after her fight against Mortician. And this wheel got signed by Team Plum Crazy. This is a wheel from, I believe this is from V for Victory. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's from V for Victory. And here's a piece, here's half a tire from Original Sin after one of his fights from Last Rites. Here's a piece of a wheel from Pretoraptor after his fight against Pump back in Robogames 2011. And I got both sides signed by Bob and Chuck Pitzer. And here is a wheel from Blizzard. This was, as you can tell from the damage, this was from his fight against Last Rites from Combots Cup last year. And Fuzzy gave this to me after I helped him do a little bit of repair work on Blizzard. And he signed it as well. And gave me a Team Toad flag as well. So those are all the tires that I have. Now for some other souvenirs. Got a couple of pieces of metal. These are from Slam Job, otherwise known as SJ, after his fight against Last Rites from Robogames 2010. And I got both pieces signed by Scott Kincaid. This is a piece of Hot Stuff, the lightweight clamp bot. This is the top half of the clamp. And this was after his fight against Little Kahuna from Robogames last year. I think it's last year. Can't remember. This is the last souvenir that I got from a Robogames event. This was from Robogames 2013. This is a piece of Vlad the Impaler 2 after he fought Last Rites. This is one of the hinges that connected the lifter to the body. Now this, I did not know who this came from when I got this, because Morgan Tilford was going around the pit collecting pieces of robots. This was from Robogames 2008 or 2009, and he gave this to me as a souvenir to have. And I asked him who he got it from. He said he didn't know. And I tried to find out who this came from so I could have the builder of the robot that lost this piece sign it. Sadly, I didn't know it back then. However, I did find out recently on Facebook when Richard Stuplik, the guy who built super heavyweight New Cruelty, posted pictures of his lightweight Too Easy, also known as Snot Rocket. And the front of the robot had a bumper that looked just like this. And I did check the builder's database, and Too Easy was competing in the same event in which I got this. So that confirms that this is a piece of Too Easy. And I didn't know about it back then. However, also attending the event was Storm 2. Yep, Robot Wars Series 7 runner-up and the winner of the 3rd World Championship was competing at Robogames. And I got Tim Bennett to sign it. Storm 2 is the second robot to compete in Robogames. That's from Robot Wars, that is. The first being Typhoon 2, who won the silver medal back in Robogames 2005, I think. One more souvenir before I'll show you that. This, I got this on here because this is really sharp. This is a piece of the Electric Boogaloo after his last fight against Last Rites last year, back in 2012. How many times did I say last in that sentence? And both Orion Beach and Dan Chatterton signed this. And now onto this. You might recognize this little fella. This is Wheelie Wacko. This is the first robot that I've entered in my robot fighting career. And one of the wheels broke in battle. And there's a battle scar done to the tire from my very first competition against Sidekick. And that was back in 2007 during the Gilroy Bot Gauntlet. And here are a couple of winter pogs that I got from Maker Faire 2009. Wheelie Wacko won 3rd place in that event. And here's my current robot, Wedge E. All battle scarred from past events. See, the wheels are all chewed up, but still in good condition otherwise. And here are the winner's pogs from Maker Faire in 2010. Yep, 5 winner pogs. And That's when Wedge E won second place in that event. And I got a piece of a pool toy on here to cover up the sharp edge of the wedge. And still got Grant Mahara's signature. And these are my pit passes from the event that I've attended. And the last one from Robogames 2013, I got signed by Mark Satrakian himself. Yep, he had this robot called Cascade. Not a combat robot, more like a showbot that looks a lot like Snake from BattleBots. And now my top 3 all-time favorite souvenirs. Now, a lot of you may already know this, but my all-time favorite robot is Mauler, the original Mauler, and Mauler 5150. And while Morgan Tilford was digging around his storage locker, he found this. This is one of the arms from the original Mauler from Robot Wars in San Francisco and from BattleBots Season 1. This was one of the arms that was connected to the horizontal flywheel, and one of the flails that was connected to the arm. And it's so nice to have a piece of my favorite robot from BattleBots. Now, if you watch Robot Wars, you might recognize this. Look familiar to you? It should. This is an actual lock of fur from Diotor. And I got a fresh lock of fur and a burned lock of fur. I'm assuming Sergeant Bash. And both locks got signed by Diotor. And the reason why I got these is because last year at Robogames, Pete Redmond was at the event. And he wasn't competing. He wanted to see what the robots here in America are like compared to the robots from the UK. And we've had a lot of fun talking with each other. I'm friends with him on Facebook, along with his wife Sandy. And when the event was over, a couple months later, he sent me a letter with the fur inside, along with this card. And the card says, "To Richard, it was lovely to meet you. I have enclosed an original Diotor fur for you. Enjoy. All the best, Pete Redmond, Diotor Team Captain." That's what it said. You can pause the video if you like, if you want to read this. And now for my #1 all-time favorite BattleBots souvenir, or rather robotic combat souvenir. And that #1 favorite souvenir is this. Yep, this is an actual BattleBots Winter Pog. And before you ask, no, I did not compete in BattleBots. So you're wondering, how the hell did I end up with a Winter Pog from BattleBots? Well, Donald Hudson, yep, the guy who made Tadbot and Dissector, was entering Robogames 2011 with a heavyweight called Vice Crypt, which looks like Dissector, except that it's green. It doesn't have hammers, and the wheels are angled like Tadbot's wheels. And at the end of that day, I was checking out his toolbox, which had all these BattleBot stickers on it. And I was like, man, I'd kill for one of those stickers. And he's like, oh, hold on a second. And he opened up a drawer, gave me a couple of stickers. I got one of them right here. And then, out of the blue, he took out a few Winter Pog and gave one to me. Yep, this is one of Donald Hudson's very own Winter Pog. And I never actually thought I would have a Winter Pog to keep for myself. This is truly such a rare piece of robot combat treasure to have. This is basically like a pirate treasure coin. So yeah, I really love having this, and when I die, this is going down in the casket with me. I love this thing so much. All that's left now is a giant nut, which I'll probably never get, But it could be possible because someone told me that Jonathan Ritter, the guy who made Ziggo, he sold his giant nuts from BattleBots on eBay, and I was quite surprised to hear that. So, who knows? Maybe I might get a giant nut myself. So anyway, those are all my souvenirs from all my time attending these robotic combat events. And I hope you enjoyed my show and tell. And right now, I'd leave you with a slideshow that I created for those who competed in Robogames and Combots in honor of the exciting event that always entertained everyone. So, I am BattleBots Boy. I leave you with a slideshow, and I will see you guys in May for the Maker Faire Bot Gauntlet. Goodbye, everyone, and have a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.